Marissa's been super sweet too. I think we've talked about 25 vendors. She can't pass them up. They say something, she turns and starts talking to them.
Well, I don't want to be rude. They're nice.
We made it into New York, on the bus at least. It was pretty hard to screw it up. It was across the road from where we were staying. We made it on the bus, Hensley. This is going to be a really good test for us with the toddler.
I think it's like the ultimate test. If you can do New York with a 2-year-old.
She's a trooper. She's down here snacking.
Well, this was a surprise trip for us, so it was an opportunity we couldn't pass up.
When a fellow RVer says, hey, I've got free hookups 15 miles from Manhattan, you just go. So, this is totally new to us doing these double-decker buses. It's very touristy, but we didn't have time to research, so we thought this might be a good way to do it. But man, the view up here is awesome. So the way these on-off double-decker bus tours work, they give you headphones that you plug in, and you've got a guide that's going to explain, what you're seeing as you see it. So I mean, it's on and off, so you can get on and off as many times as you want, but the problem is it took us, 40 plus minutes to get on this one, so I don't know how often we're going to get on and off.
He's so hungry.
He's so hungry.
Traveling makes you hungry, doesn't it?
So it took us over an hour to go from here at 2 all the way over to 11 on the bus, basically sitting in traffic and lights and all that.
First off, we knew we wanted to be the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. It's just such an important part of history of our country, and it's just something we wanted to make sure that was the first thing we did.
So they have 2 reflecting pools, and then they have a museum, and then there's the Freedom Tower that you can go up as well. So we're about to go in the museum and take a look at that.
Happening on TV. It was in real time. We all saw it live.
Couldn't believe it.
This is the last column that was removed once they were cleaning up the World Trade Center.
This is about 3,000 people's interpretation of how blue the sky was that day. It's just representing that everybody has a different interpretation and a different story to tell.
really powerful experience. It's hard to put a lot of it into words.
Definitely beautifully done. I mean, I couldn't imagine it being done any better. They did an amazing job.
They build off of ground zero for everything, from where the pools are at to the actual museum itself being directly underneath, where one of the towers was at.
It's just a very emotional experience.
We were in Tennessee. We weren't really that close to it, but things you don't think about when you're not a part of the city. From a firefighter's perspective, and then from a people on the planes perspective, and then from
their
families perspective, just people watching's perspective. Just so many different angles that this had an emotional impact on this country.
Well, it touched everybody in some way. I think everybody that remembers that event knows exactly where they were, when it happened, what it felt like. So we all have a personal story, but it's in their backyard. It's our country, it's personal, but for them it's their loved ones.
Leave yourself, like with most stuff, we don't leave it nearly enough time. I mean, leave yourself 3 to 5 hours to really
There's so
do it
much
justice.
to see.
I mean, you could easily do an all-day deal here to walk around outside and inside. We're not even gonna have a chance to go up the Freedom Tower, but
It's a powerful experience.
Hensley fought it for about an hour, not wanting to go to sleep, but man, once she's asleep, she sleeps through anything.
A 15-minute walk from the 9/11 memorial is the Staten Island Ferry, and it takes you across the water and you get a view of the Statue of Liberty, and it's free.
Right through the very heart of it, New York, New York.
We came inside to eat, and we also came inside because it was insanely windy. What color is the boat? What color?
Orange.
That's right.
Orange.
Orange boat. Good job.
An orange boat.
It is an orange boat.
Orange boat. Look.
That was so much fun. It was very authentic New York instead of doing a cruise, and it was cheaper. So that was a fun, free family thing to do.
People have been super helpful. Not just tell us where to go, but actually this one guy guided us from one ferry to the next.
We're gonna walk the Brooklyn Bridge along with everybody else in the city, I think. It's a little over a mile for the length of the bridge. On the other side is a park, the Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Jet's cheerleader photo shoot right behind me.
Keep your eyes right here.
I got you, I got you. I got nothing on you, babe.
I bet. That did win you some points. Brooklyn Bridge Park is a park underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, and we wanted to give Hensley a chance to come and explore and play. She has been a trooper today.
Yay, good job, Hensley. You ready to play?
This is Jane's Carousel. It's a historic carousel from 1922, I think. So we're gonna ride our first carousel. Good job, Hensley. Good job, horse. That's right.
It's a big pizza. Hope you're hungry, Hensley.
Can't come to New York without getting pizza. And I don't think we went wrong. That place was awesome.
Good today. Fist bump.
Well, we survived New York.
We had a pretty awesome day. It was a great experience.
Yeah, we went by boat,
Boat, bus, and subway today.
as far as the big bus tour experiment, I'm not a real fan. It was almost...
We didn't even use it.
No.
It was expensive, and the waits just kept us from even using it. We did better getting around by ourselves and by the subway, really.
Yeah, they were friendly, and it was well organized, but it was just traffic's traffic, and the subway was way faster.
It was an awesome view, though. I loved
Yeah,
riding up top, but I don't know if it was worth what we spent.
Well, we like to walk, so
Yeah.
I think if you don't like to walk or it's tough to walk, I think it could be a great experience for you. But for us, it was frustrating. We'd just be sitting there at lights or sitting there in traffic thinking, man, we could be out, you know, doing
Just
some
exploring,
stuff.
so.
So that's our take on it. For the price, I mean, it was a lot more than a subway ticket.
New York has so much to see. There's no way we could even touch the surface of everything, but I feel like we had a really good experience today, and we saw quite a bit. All right, again tomorrow.